Hey, what's happening, YouTube? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Welcome to the 7th Call YouTube channel. Today, this morning, beautiful morning, it's Monday. I'm in Amelia Island, Florida. Spent Easter weekend with my family down here. But today I want to go over a little update. So I started my business. Business is 7th Call. I started it in my garage, actually. Had no job at the moment. I was unemployed when I officially started it. Ended up getting let go from a previous employer, and I had really no contacts, no leads to go by. I had also no money really. I had $5,000 in my bank account when I started this company, but I also had $5,000 a month in bills, a couple mortgages, car payments, average American what they have to pay for. And I started this business, started in my garage. My first client was a very small, pre-owned dealership out in the country in South Carolina. And I remember when I was driving home after I signed that client up, I was screaming with excitement. I was so pumped. It took me, a good 3 months of, staying up to 10 o'clock at night, writing out the business plan, thinking of all the possible potential issues that I had. And I just started it, literally from scratch, started out really small. And today I want to go over, I've been in business 6 months now, okay? So, 6 months ago, I started this company, and I want to give everyone an update of where the business is now. 6 months, I plan on growing this company to a very large scale. I believe I have a very good business model, but I want to give everyone out there watching this on YouTube kind of where business is at. 6 months, didn't borrow any money, and started from my garage. Right now I have four employees, and I got 4 clients. I have 4 dealerships, and the business, believe it or not, is profitable at this moment. That's because I didn't borrow any money. I don't have any debt payments that I'm making. I do make calls myself, so I furnish my office off of Facebook Marketplace. And I have reps, 1099. They have their own laptop, cell phone, so I cut a lot of cost in equipment and also in furniture. I just went on Facebook and furnished my whole office for about $300. This is the type of stuff you have to do, when you don't have, $50,000 in a business loan, or you don't get $50,000 from that you already had maybe saved up, $50,000 from family or whatever. But just started it, with using my own skills or learning the skills. I learned how to do payroll. I learned all the tax laws, not all of them, but I touched up on it. I made calls every day. Before I started the business, I used LegalZoom actually, and they helped me out a great deal. They helped me set up my business. They also give me a great legal service. So I would talk to a lawyer, once a week for about a month before I started it, and I learned as much as I possibly could. And then I also, I wrote scripts for everything. And then I just really kind of learned as you go. I still have a lot more challenges down the road that I know are going to come, and I'm excited for them because I know they're coming. I know those challenges are coming, and I'm doing everything I can to prepare for them. But it's been very rewarding. So anyone out there, watching this, and I've had a job my whole life. I started working when I was 16 years old. My first job was at Arby's, and I did labor jobs. People thought I'd just join the military, or I really wouldn't do much with my life. Really construction was going to be my future. And I want to tell you guys a little story of how I actually got into sales and what led me to this point right now. And like I said, I'm not on here, explaining to everyone, oh, I'm so successful. People, some people meet me and they look at kind of what I have at my age and like, oh man, you're doing pretty good. But I don't think that way at all. I'm just getting started. But I want to tell you a little story of how I got in sales. I was living in West Palm Beach, Florida, and I would take the bus every morning to work. I didn't have a car at the time. And I worked at a carpet cleaning company in Boynton Beach, Florida. And what my job was, I'd take the bus, wake up 6 o'clock, take the bus. I would sit in the passenger side of the truck, and I'd go to these really wealthy homes in Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, and even Miami, and I'd lift the furniture. I was working out pretty heavy back then, and I was basically the mule. I would pick up the tables, pick up the area rugs. We'd deliver the area rugs, and we'd also clean them. And I remember this is after about 6 or 7 years of these hard labor jobs, awful jobs, having to wear suits to clean up carpets, did roofing, flooring. But there was this one particular day, and this is the day that I decided that I was going to make a change in my life. I had 2 interviews set up for 2 car dealerships, so I was thinking about it, of course. I was like, man, I need to do something else. Was barely making any money, just paying my bills. And I remember I had 2 interviews set up at 2 different car dealerships, and this is going to be my 3rd time around trying to sell cars. I tried twice before. I ended up getting fired or I quit. Just wasn't for me. I wasn't really good at talking to people, wasn't good at communicating, and I actually hated talking to people. I was very antisocial. So anyways, woke up, I went to work for the carpet cleaning company. I remember I had 2 interviews when I got out of work. By this point, I actually saved up enough money. I bought a little 2000, and it was a 1998 Saturn SL1. It was a 3-door, actually, black. So I drove my car to work, and had 2 interviews later that day. I went to work, and we were at the last stop. So we made a bunch of stops, and we were delivering area rugs, and we had the last stop. And I was the guy in the passenger seat, so I wasn't allowed to talk to the customers. When they first hired me, my boss said, hey, do not talk to the owners, okay? You just do what you're told and keep your mouth shut. And that's what he told me. That's a real story. And I was bringing all the area rugs in the house, and the other gentleman was talking to the owner, and there was about 10 area rugs. I lugged them all in the house, and after the last one that I brought in the house, put it into the right there in the living room, and then I walked into the dining room where the guy I was working for was talking to the owner, and I walked in, and I'll never forget this moment. I don't know why it stuck with me, but it's just one of those moments where I knew I could do something better. And I walked into the dining room. It was an elderly lady talking to the gentleman I was working for. I walked into the room, and the lady picked up her head, looked at me, then looked at the guy I was working for, and I'll never forget what she said. She said, oh, you have a new assistant. And that may not seem like a big deal to you guys, but something clicked in my mind. And my whole life kind of flashed before my eyes, kind of where I've been and all the challenges, suffering that I went through. And something clicked in my mind. I said, man, I'm a fucking carpet cleaning assistant right now. And I got this beat up car, and I was proud of the car, but I just knew there's something happened in that moment. I knew I could do so much more. And I said, you know what, enough's enough. I left work, and I ended up getting the job offered at both dealerships. I took one at a Kia store, thought it was a little bit more busy. And then that's when I learned sales. I worked day and night, learned sales. Then moved to Myrtle Beach and ended up starting this business down the road. So 6 months to date, business is profitable. Got 4 employees, got 4 clients, 4 dealerships. Looking to add more clients, looking to add more dealerships. Very excited for what the future holds. I'm excited. I know the challenges are coming, so be prepared for those challenges. I know they're coming. I had enough fucked up shit in my life happen that I know it's coming, and you just gotta be ready for them. All right, my name's DanielTarinelli. Like I said, I'm the owner of 7th Call. This is the 7th Call YouTube channel. Subscribe for videos daily. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Take care.